The 47 people who arrived this week are part of a much larger group, about 3,000 people who the German government once pledged to bring to Germany to safety. And that promise was made after the Taliban seized power 4 years ago in Afghanistan. And at the time, Germany vowed to help Afghans who had worked with German institutions like the army or media, as well as those at risk under Taliban rule, like human rights activists, journalists, and members of the LGBTQ community. But the reality has been very different. Thousands have waited years for visas. And earlier this year, the new German government halted the resettlement program altogether. So these people have been promised a path to Germany, but have been left with nothing. And some Afghans challenged the German government's decision in court. And that's why these 47 people were able to arrive. Judges ruled that they had already received official approval and couldn't be turned back because of that. But still, thousands of others remain in limbo, waiting on pledges that so far remain unfulfilled. Right now, about 2,000 Afghans with approval to come to Germany are stuck in Pakistan. They went there to apply for visas at the German embassy in Islamabad because Germany no longer has an embassy in Afghanistan. And many have been stranded in Pakistan for over 2 years. And what's making matters worse is that Pakistan has now started arresting and deporting hundreds of these people because no progress has been made. And DW spoke to an Afghan who used to work for a German media outlet in Afghanistan, who had been pledged help from Germany, had been pledged by Germany that he and his family can come to Germany. And he traveled to Pakistan for his visa with his family, and he has just been deported back to Afghanistan, and he now fears for his life and for the life of his family, and he's in hiding in Afghanistan because of that. So the people are in a dire situation. They are either stuck in Pakistan or being deported back to a country where they risk being killed. Well, one factor that's caused the German government to backtrack on its promise is the growing popularity of far-right xenophobic parties here in Germany. The far-right AfD, Alternative für Deutschland, made big gains in this year's federal election, and immigration is the top concern for German voters, according to opinion polls, and that has put pressure on the government, and especially the conservative wing of the government coalition, the CDU, to take a tougher stance on immigration. So the political rhetoric in Germany has become more anti-immigration because of the strong pressure coming from far-right successes. And this policy turnaround really has been a result of this pressure. And now on top of that, Afghanistan unfortunately has lost a lot of the spotlight in the public conscious. The public debate here in Germany has been very focused on the conflict in Gaza and the war in Ukraine. And so the plight of Afghans who have received broken promises from the German government, unfortunately, has been somewhat overlooked.